Okay, so here we have, this is a recipe that I'm making for me, that I'm also making for my dog. So this is part of a video series that will be providing good holistic nutrition for yourself and at the same time for your pets. So what I do is I make roasted chicken, rotisserie chicken, and I eat part of it, and then I save the bones and the meat, and I make broth, bone broth. This bone broth cooks for 48 hours at least, with a little bit of apple cider vinegar. I prefer broth. You could see I always have bone broth going here for the dogs. This is bone, marrow bones, which is different because this is for the dogs in the facility. This is what I'm going to eat. So my bone broth consists of cooking the chicken with apple cider vinegar. And as you can see, I have kefir lime leaves. I had a whole lot of lemongrass, which you can also buy the lemongrass paste in the produce section. A lot of garlic. I don't add any salt until later. I do put a lot of garlic. So it's kefir lime, garlic, different herbs and spices. But this also is really very good for dogs. Now, what I'm going to do with this broth this time, which is full of lemongrass and garlic, and bone broth in itself is really great for joints, is I'm going to add cream to this. It's going to be, I'm going to take this out though, the broth out and the meat out, and I'm going to put some of that aside. Like all this extra meat I'm going to pull off of here. I'll take just the broth and I'll mix it in and I'll give that to my dogs. But because I've cooked it a lot, I'm going to add nutrients by adding some digestive greens or green vibrants. So you could see these are all organic, raw parsley, spinach, collards. So that's going to go in there, probably with a little bit of collagen. And most certainly hemp oil, which I buy huge amounts, so I put a little bit in this container. I buy a gallon at a time. So roasted chicken that I eat, of course I give them a little bit. Keep the bones and the carcass, and I boil it with kefir lime, lemongrass, lots of garlic. Right? Once I cook it for 48 hours or 2 days in apple cider vinegar, I then strain it off and I get this yummy, yummy broth. I pull all the meat off, and I still have a lot more to go. And I'm going to mix bone broth, and then I'm going to add green vibrants or digestive greens and collagen. I'm going to put it into little batches with broth, and that's going to be good food for my dogs. And then I'm going to have some yummy soup. Yum, yum.